What's up, tricksters and tricksetas, and welcome to another free VOD review presented by free coach Charlatan Papito. Today at our coaching table, we have our dear friend Kuba, who is an Immortal 2 peak chamber main playing on Abyss. He's not really a chamber main, he is just playing chamber, raise, and Ashtra as well. But today we have a chamber Immortal VOD review on Abyss. So first of all, Kuba, my friend, like, not bad when it comes to this act. Like, when it comes to your tracker, like, everything is pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you managed to get Immortal 2, 169 rank rating, then we kinda... so you kinda had a bad day yesterday. Listen. Listen closely, my friend. You know, if you start a day bad, that day is probably gonna be bad for you, you know, regardless of what you do. So, you know, instead of brute forcing your way up to Immortal 3 and Radiant, relax a bit. You see how much better you perform and how many more wins you get when you actually play a limited amount of games. You know? Like, when you have a day like this, this is where you should kind of stop. Like, we played poorly in 2 games, like, relax. There's another day, there's the day after that day. You're gonna be playing this game for, I don't know, the next 5 years maybe. So, you know, like, if you're not feeling yourself that day, I kind of doubt that you were feeling yourself, you know, during these 2 matches. Call it a day. Play on your second account, grind on the second account, do something else, reset yourself, refresh yourself at the end of the day. So yeah, but overall, like, not bad. You know, you had a really good start of the act. The only thing that I'm kind of concerned with is that, you know, your performance can still be a bit better. You know, like, you can probably still get a bit more kills, die a bit less, like, have a bit better team play overall. And when it comes to the agents, you're playing chamber really fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the chamber pick was a really good pick for you that we made in the past. So, I don't know. You know, like, I think it is a time to put you on a different role and to put you on some different agents for the next 1 month. We'll see, you know, after this VOD review we're gonna decide which agents you're gonna play. But overall, like, you know, you breached your peak rank, we got to Immortal 2, we have a positive win rate this act, like, things are finally starting to work out a bit better. Clutch percentage is still a bit low. You know, we can still do something better in 1v1s and 1v2s. KST can be better, of course. Like, you know, you're still dying, I would say, like 2 or 3 times per match when you should not be dead. Or you're dying alone, essentially. Then, this is okay. You know, it's fine. Nothing really to worry about. First bloods, first deaths, like, can be a bit better ratio, I'm not gonna lie, but overall, things are starting to look much better than before. Defender side is amazing, bro. Very good defender side. But attacker side is where, you know, you still struggle quite a lot to have some kind of an impact, and we'll see today, you know, what you can do better on attack. So basically, like, not bad. Like, the start of this act is really decent for you. I'm just kind of thinking to, you know, that we should give a break. We should give a break to Raze and Ashtra a bit, and put you on a bit more like hyper aggressive roles, so that you can experience this game a bit more, and that you can put yourself into a bit more different, you know, situations from which you can grow as a player. Eco rounds are still like quite terrible. You know, in eco rounds we can do something better, and we'll see during VOD reviews, you know, what is that better. Pistol rounds are also a bit shaky hands. Like in pistol rounds we have a bit of a lower impact. I don't know, you know, it's probably the, you know, which first round strategies we execute, how we execute them, how we lead our teammates and stuff like that. And weapon versatility is there, you know, it is getting better. Like, there's Operator, there's Judge, there's Outlaw, Shorty, Bucky. You know, maybe you can give a bit of a love to Marshall, Bandit, and Stinger. You know, especially the Bandit. I mean, buying the Bandit on an agent such as Chamber is a bit of waste of money. You know, it's better if you get 6 Headhunters. But on other agents, like, Bandit is a really good eco-round weapon on some maps and in some situations. Overall, you know, so far this act, how you started it, not bad, and I'm like 90% confident that this act you're gonna reach Immortal 3 without any problems. But okay, you know, let's see what you can do better on Chamber, on Abyss, and then we're gonna draw some final conclusions. Final conclusions like... Final conclusions like after this VOD review. Just a second, I need to answer one message here. Okay, let's go with let's start with VOD review. Abyss, attacker side, Chamberoni. How to main Chamber? You're gonna see today. You're gonna find out today. Nebulon Riftin is on a 45 stream streak. Respect. Absolute respect. Yo, Crestmeister, welcome to you, man. How are you today, bro? Let's go. Let's get it. Bonjour, bonjour, mon ami.
My ult is ready.
30 seconds left.
Please do not mistake my smile. I take this all very seriously.
Okay. So, you get in a game of Valorant. You know, the first thing you ask yourself is like, which map are you playing? How should you play that map on a macro and micro level? What we should do with our team composition and against the enemy team composition. So when it comes to the Abyss, like, Abyss is more of a mechanical map rather than some kind of a, you know, big brain type of a map. Your default site number 1 priority is the B site. Number 2 priority is A site. And number 3 priority is the mid area of the map. So basically, in the first 4 to 6 rounds, on the attacker side of Abyss, you mainly want to organize your teammates.
Motherfucker.
Yo, where's TL? Thank you for the Prime Gaming Summon and thank you for scamming Jeff Bezos. So in the first 4 to 6 rounds, you mainly want to organize your teammates in a way where you want to do the 5-man executes towards the B site and A site. You know, we just want to test our strengths, our levels against the enemy team, and to see how good are they at countering our executes and our post plans as well. So what you decide to, you know, when it comes to the enemy team comp, like this team comp doesn't have a single hardcore sentinel. So usually against these type of team compositions, early on in a match, you want to prioritize the B site. Because this type of a team composition that only has a chamber as a sentinel will most likely be focused more onto the B site. You know? With a chamber. So most of the times when you see this type of a team comp, like Clove is gonna play mid, so she can smoke, you know, left and right. Yoru is gonna play fast rotations. Yoru is probably gonna start on A side this round with some kind of a fast rotation teleport towards B. Chamber is gonna be on the B side, probably alone, with a Yoru's teleport. And we can also expect that Sova and Jet are gonna be focused more towards the mid and towards the A side as well. Now, when it comes to, you know, the first round with Chamber, on Abyss, to be honest, like, you have like 2, 3, 4 different options on the attacker side. First of all, if you are the only Sentinel in your team, like you don't have a Cypher, you don't have a, you know, Killjoy, Vise, other Sentinels, like in the first round you need to buy the trademark, obviously. And on Abyss, generally speaking, like, you only have 2 trademark setups. Like, this is the first trademark that you put whenever you're defaulting, or whenever, like, you are doing the 5-man execute on A, or a split onto the B site through mid and B main. If you're doing a 5-man push onto B, like, you know, we're just straight up going B, you do this trademark for the fast lurk and fast flank through mid. And if we're just pressuring the enemies on mid, you know, you're maybe lurking through mid, and we have absolutely nobody contesting enemies in the B main, it is totally fine to use a trademark like this. And that's it. You know, these are the 3 trademarks that we have on Abyss. There's nothing else that we need to think about. When it comes to the first buy option, you know, we can get a trademark 6 Headhunters. You can get a trademark Light Shield, Classic, and 2 Headhunters. And if you really love the Bandit or Ghost, you can get Bandit or Ghost, but I don't know. You know, like, Headhunters are just really powerful for the first round, at least. So, our team in this round wanna do the 5-man push onto the A site. Not really the best idea ever, you know, because based on the enemy team composition, like, in Immortal lobby, as I already mentioned, like, you can expect Chamber to play B in the first round. Clove is probably gonna be mid. Sova is gonna be either A or mid. Jet is basically, these 3 agents are gonna be heavily focused towards the A side with the Yoru with a fast teleport as well. So I don't know if it's not really the smartest idea ever to push A in this first round against this team comp. Also, when it comes to your trademark setup, this trademark should be right here. Basically, when you're doing the 5-man push on A, like, you should always do this tri-lane trademark, so that enemies don't have any option, you know, to cross here, 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 and here without being noticed whatsoever. And that's it. Especially, you know, if you need to do some kind of a rotation back from A to B, like, you're 100% certain that enemies didn't have a chance to do something, you know, something like this, for an example. Now, when it comes to, you know, execute on A, things are very simple. First of all, you know, we should be jump spotting the enemies here and getting the information, or asking our Sky to give us a basic dog for the aim and area of the map. Second thing, if your teammates just want to swing, you know, like, your teammates just want to take a fight here, take the Headhunter and always pick the enemies in the aim and area of the map from the bench. Why? Enemies are usually going to have a crosshair placement like this for the aim and area of the map. No one is going to aim like this. Like, your head is literally all the way here. And if you're going for some kind of a double peak or triple peak, there is absolutely no chance that you are gonna be the one that's gonna die. Now, 99% of times, when you're executing a set of Abyss with a chamber, you just want to put a teleport up here, and you want to scale up towards the left side, trying to get into this position as soon as possible. And then from this position, we're taking the fight here. We can get up, support our teammates at the backside, get the backside, and that's it. Like throughout this whole execute, right here, you're absolutely safe. Also, in some of the rounds, especially if you're in some kind of a disadvantage, you can take the ropes, get into the smoke on tower, and try to be a bit more aggressive. If your push fails, execute fails, enemy smoke you off, you always have one additional off angle from which you can maybe surprise the enemies and kill them over the smoke and try to get a few picks. Plus, this position for the post plant on the A side of Abyss is not bad. If you fight enemies from the site, we plant the spike there. We still have a great off angle to play the post plant with our teammates and to win that round. That's it. Not really to think about. Just remember that with a chamber, in the first 4 rounds, you should never lurk, flank, or play alone on the attacker side. Like that is the #1 mistake that players make with Sentinels. First 4 rounds, play with your team. Try to mentally and physically note down what are the enemies doing, how fast are they rotating, where are they leaving the gaps on the map, and then maybe from the round number 5, we can go for some flanks, lurks, and try to basically, try to win a round for our team with that specific playstyle. Now, let's see what our friend is gonna do. And to be honest, our team composition is not that bad. It's pretty decent. We have like 4 flashes, medal, chamber, teleport, jet dash ability, 2 teleports of Yoru. Like, this should be a pretty easy W on the attacker side. And when it comes to... The only problem that we have is, taking the mid control without the Sova, arrow, and drone. I don't know, it can be a bit tough, especially if the enemies have the operators in the team. So, with this team comp, I would 100% focus more on fireman executes on A and B, rather than touching the mid area of the map early on. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, now let's see what our friend is gonna do in the first round. So he opted for... Wait. There's no sound in the video, huh? Yep, we're gonna watch a soundless video chat. Predictions today, sure. Let's make our first prediction, and the first prediction is gonna be... just a moment. Let's make a first prediction to be... Do they win the first round? Wait, why I cannot make a prediction? How am I not logged onto my own Twitch channel? I'm literally doing a stream right now. You all man gamer, both streamer. How are you today, bro? Just a second. I'm literally logged on my Twitch channel right now, bro. How are you, chat? How are you, Chatteroni Beberoni? Twitch. Okay. The first prediction, as I said, let's make it, do they win the first round? Bam. Okay, you can gamble now. I think we covered everything when it comes to Abyss, when it comes to team compositions. Like, this is, this is how you should enter with this type of mentality and with this type of way of thinking. You should enter every single match. Like, before the game even begins, you need to ask yourself, like, what should you expect from the enemy team? What should you expect from your team? And how can we play this game in the most optimal way early on? Like, for example, what he experienced right now is what you need to expect instantly as you start a match. So basically, they started the first round. The trademark is bad. Also, I don't know why you're saving 100 credits. Like, buy one more headhunter. Like, I don't know why do we need to keep that down there. And also, activate your windows, please. So, here. This Sova arrow is something that you should always expect in the aim and area of the map. So you can simply just delay your execute for just 1 or 2 seconds. Or simply don't path through the lower ground. Path from the upper bridge so you don't get tagged by this arrow. Then the second thing we should have expected here is this jet peeking. We also should have expected this Yoru flash and Yoru playing here as well. Like, the game didn't even start. I already told you that minimum 3 enemies are gonna play on Ace this round. But these are those type of patterns, like, and tendencies that you need to think about when you're playing a game of Valorant. Like, just players in rank developed a certain way of thinking, a certain way of playing the game that is very, very easy to counter once you start noticing those type of patterns. I mean, with a Chamberlain team and this team composition, like, but there is no way that enemies are gonna have more than 1 or 2 players defending the B site. Just no way. Like, that's gonna happen in less than 10% of the matches. So yeah, let's see how this round is gonna develop, but I don't really have any high hopes. I'm just gonna put the music a bit higher because literally there's no sound whatsoever. So, this death was preventable. This hell of the first round was preventable as well. Like, you should have just told your teammates, hey guys, let's do a B set push. They have Sova, they only have a chamber as a sentinel. they have Sova, Yoru, and Jet. They're probably gonna play stacked towards the A site. And, you know, you just put a trademark here. You put a teleport right here when you're going for the B set execute. And essentially we just scale out towards the left side, clear the left side, clear the site, and that's it. I guarantee to you that in this round you will just be fighting Chamber and maybe Yoru with the teleport on the B side, which would be 10 times easier than, you know, fighting Jet, Sova, and Yoru in the first round. Also, you know, when playing against the flash type of agents on Abyss, you always want to prioritize this type of pathing. Like, you want to peek the enemies here, do this, get this as a cover, so that we can dodge early flashes, and then go from the left side, clearing this angle, jump spotting the enemies, and then we move out. This pathing is crucial, so that you don't get effed up by any of these abilities, and it's easier for you to refrag your teammates, stay alive, while we're taking the aim-in area of the map. I mean, generally speaking in Valorant, you know, every single time when you die in some kind of a main area of the map, like aim-in, B-main, that's usually preventable. Like, that means that, you know, you probably should have expected something. You should have expected some kind of a play from the enemy team. You could have had a better pathing and better positioning as you were taking the space, or you could have had a better utility usage. One of these three. Like, almost every single time when you die here and here, you could have done something better. I would say 95% of times you could have done something better. Except in the rounds where, you know, enemies maybe do some kind of a fast flank lurk, they pinch you, or, you know, like, you swing out and you die instantly in the first fight, like, probably you should have won that fight, you know, like, or you're probably gonna get refragged anyways by your teammates. So this first round was horrible only because of three things: pathing, expectations, and just the general strategy that we have in this first round. We could have played it much better. Also, keep in mind, chat, like, first 4 rounds in Valorant are the most important rounds. Like, those are the rounds where you need to really, you know, be hyper-focused on leading your teammates, telling them what to do, where to go. Like, you need to read the game. At the start of the game, you need to ask, you know, have some kind of a plan, some kind of a structure. And this is the structure that I was speaking about. Okay. So, Sova, Jet, and Yoru were A, Clove was mid, and Yoru had a fast TP on B. Now listen, in this second round, if you already pushed A in the first round, and you failed, push it again. It is far more unpredictable, and far better than going B or mid. Because right now, if you go mid, that is something that every player, every team should expect. You know, like, you win the first round against the enemies, probably they're gonna do some kind of a default or try to lurk through mid or some shit like that. Now, if you go B, you know, we are falling under the A-B rule and rule of fear. So, in this round, for an example, what we can expect from the enemies is that Sova and Jet are definitely gonna play A site, but I think Yoru, Chamber, and Clove are gonna be more focused towards the mid and B site. So in this round, we can just do a delayed push onto the A site. You know, we can delay the execute for like maybe 2 or 3 seconds, just to wait for the Sova to use his recon dart, shock darts, and then we go for a fast push onto A. Also, you need to say this to your teammates as well. You know, like, because a lot of the players, especially Immortal 1, Immortal 2, and Ascendant 3 players, are autopiloting a lot. You know, a lot of these players, like, they get to this elo and this level by either their raw mechanical skills. Some people buy the account, some people get boosted. Like, this is the rank where you just never know who are you playing with and against, to be honest. You never know how much of a fun you're gonna have in that specific game. How many kills and a half? That's gonna be the next prediction. Equal or above 13 and 12. Is that generous? Let's do 11 and 12. That's okay. Okay. Now in this, you know, in these eco rounds on the attacker side with Chamber, the best idea is to simply buy the Headhunters. I mean, literally, you're playing the Chamber. The whole power of this agent is that agent is a weapon minister. So I really don't see a reason why would you get anything else. What's okay on Abyss is maybe getting the, you know, Marshal if you want to contest enemies on mid. But if your teammates want to go A or B, just get a, you know, a few Headhunters. Make sure that you can full buy in the third round. You know, you can get a Vandal Heavy Shield or a Phantom Heavy Shield, and that's it. So in this round, let me take a look at our economy. How much money we have? 2,000 credits. So what you can get is, but yeah, trademark and one Headhunter. And then we're gonna have a Vandal Heavy Shield and trademark for the next round. Okay, good. Please change it. Put this trademark as a trial and trademark right there. Okay, I really hope we're not gonna get darted again by the Sova dart. Listen, if your teammates wanna run it down like this, run it down with them. Like most of the times, like the Sova players are gonna put the shock dart either here, or they're gonna bounce it here. You know, to destroy the Sky's dog, to destroy the Sova drone, and to apply some damage. So it's totally fine, you know. If your teammates wanna swing this angle, do it like this, or just from the ramp, do it like this together with them. Like, once again, no matter what is your idea of how you want to play the round, you consistently need to adapt yourself on what your teammates are doing at that moment of time. If my teammates want to run it down like this, fuck it. You know, I need to play a bit faster, and I need to figure out a way, how can I path and how can I support my teammates without getting fucked in the same way as we did before. So right now, just, you know, we prioritize this type of a pathing, and then we play together with them. Okay, so Sova is actually mid. Yeah, in this round, like, I'm 90% certain, based on early information, Clove is mid, Sova is mid, and Yoru and Chamber are defending B site. And Jet is probably alone on A. But now, of course, like, you know, when you're playing against the Yoru, you should always expect Yoru to be on the site that you're hitting at that moment of time, because he's probably gonna have some fast rotation teleports. Oh, be careful how you put this teleport up there. You know, you don't want enemies to see your beautiful ass. You know, don't put it here. Put it here. Like, so once you teleport, like, you're behind a cover. Okay, you know, how you scaled out what you did here was totally fine. I just don't know. Yeah, we ate that dart. Let's see the fight here. Okay, we'll be talking about your mechanics a bit later, like after this VOD review. You're just rushing your shots a bit way too much. You know, like, for example, here, the guy is tagged. He is dazed by the Sky Dog. Relax a bit, you know? Here, for an example, Like, if you already see that an enemy is not looking towards you, the enemy is fully focused on your teammates, you probably have extra half a second to just do a precise flick, track the target a bit, and go for a shot. Like, you know, based on the enemy body posture, based on how much they are, like, pressured by your teammates or by you, for an example, depends, you know, how much time you have to actually take a kill and aim at the enemies. Here, you don't need to spam your shots. Just make sure that you hit one shot that actually counts. Okay. Okay. Now in this third round, I would once again push the A site. And the only reason for that is because it's far more unpredictable rather than going B. You know, we didn't really die during, you know, in the second round because enemies did something good. Enemies did nothing, basically. They just had better weapons. And that's it. We played an eco round. When your eco rounds fail, you don't count them as your regular rounds. Because anyways, you're in some kind of a disadvantage. And the first round, you know, we should have just expected that specific setup from the enemy team. Now, once again, it will be far more unpredictable to push A set again. And once again, I believe that enemies are going to be far more focused on defending the B site and the mid area of the map rather than A site. And generally speaking, on the map such as Abyss, like whenever enemies on a defender side are playing some kind of an eco hull by round, it's a bit smarter idea to push A, because on A side they cannot play that many claustrophobic angles and close range positions that they can actually play on the B side, for an example. So they cannot really shove up, you know, the shotguns in your ass. Very good, very good, very good. Go, go, go! I don't know what you're waiting for here. Like, why are you playing so slow? Connect with this guy, go. Like, you already have a teammate that is acting as a drone for you. You know, this guy is kind of running it down. I think I will stop OFA training for months because I need to study for university. Respect. W's in the chat for university. Okay, that's a good kill. That was an interesting refrag. Like, when you're going for the reflex and when you're fighting with your teammates, you know, you really need to pay attention when your teammates stop. And one thing that I don't like here is, I don't know why did you go for an instant crouch peek here? I mean, you know exactly where is the Sova. You know exactly where you need to place your crosser. Like, with one dead zone bullet, you can take this kill and get this Sova out of the you know, life. And yeah, here we need to scale out. Very good. To be honest, in this situation, probably the best idea is to play with your Sky and leave the Yoru to Jesus Christ. The reason is, you still have a teleport for tower, and once we teleport, anyways, we're gonna get on a very good off angle to fight the enemies in this post plant. It is a bit risky leaving this Yoru, you know, but Yoru also has a teleport, so as soon as Yoru plants the spike, he can just reset towards the aiming area of the map, and the real player that is in some kind of a danger here is this Sky. And this is the analysis that you need to do on the spot as you're taking the space with your teammates. You know, like, you need to adapt to these behaviors of your allies and information that you have from the minimap. So the worst thing we can do right now is get into this smoke. My guy is listening to me. Just, we should have been a bit faster with this decision. And I really hope that you didn't make a sound there on the ropes, because, you know, but to be honest, it really doesn't matter. You know, like, it really doesn't matter if you made a sound. because enemies definitely didn't hear your Sky, and Sky can be a surprise, the Joker element in this round. So what's important in this round here is that you are the first contact with the enemies. Like, why? You have a teleport, you know? You can bait for the Sky, maybe take a frag, and then Sky can just clean up the round, and that's it. Of course, you know, relying on the teammates like that is not really the best idea in the low elo lobbies, but this is Immortal 2, like, we need to believe in this Sky a bit, like that she can maybe get a kill on tower, like once we bait for her, so yeah. There needs to be some level of team play here. So, I mean, like, you know, I think like when you fight around your, I mean, at least so far, when you fight around your teleport, like you don't really take the fights too seriously. You know, like you're not even trying to aim or trying to hit the shots. Like you just flick however you want and just use teleport more for information rather to get a fight. You know, what would be the most optimal way to fight now the enemies in this area of the map? The most optimal way would be to simply play here, like this, wait for the smoke to disappear, and then swing out and take a fight like this, you know, jiggle in, jiggle out, and wait for the enemies. We go for one burst fire, one bullet, bait for the Sky, and the round is probably over. Now, what's important in this situation is that you don't reveal your position. Reloading the weapon right now would be bad, because enemies can already hear us on the site, and they can hear that you're up on this position. So right now you should be resetting your teleport, keeping your location a secret, and letting your Sky work this round. And waiting for the perfect moment of time to peek the enemies from this off angle and get at least one kill. This was the perfect moment of time. This was the perfect moment of time. You know, like, for example, if you're hiding behind a cover like this, your 100% focus should be on the minimap. And you should just be ready with your crosshair placement, body posture, and positioning to take a fight on the right side. You know, on this angle, we cannot fight enemies in the backside. We cannot fight enemies in the left area of the map. We can only fight them on the right. So right now, we just, you know, hold the angle like this. Look at the minimap. Aha. Sky peeks out. There's Jet on the map. Bam. You swing out. So here, like, you know, you were late for this swing for a second. Half a second. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why do you, like, here. You see on the minimap the enemy Jet on the right side. Why do you make a step left and then go for a peek? Just swing out. You know? Very good kill there. Not bad. Now we need to reload. You should reload the Vandal here, like, or just pick it up from the ground. But why are you playing with the Headhunters? And why are you keeping your location a secret? From who? Global already knows that you're here, bro. Like, and relying on one Headhunter bullet instead of a burst fire from a Vandal or Phantom, not really the most efficient way to take this fight. I mean, I know you have 18 HP, but still, you know, burst fire is better than one bullet. Oh, she's not defusing a spike. What the hell, bro? You pick up a Vandal. You pick up a Vandal. Enemy Clove is going into the smoke. You spray her down and you win the round. Enemy Clove has only around 10 seconds to defuse the spike right now. You know, this is like a 10-second indicator. Visual indicator on the spike. Around 10 seconds. Like, she needs to run. You get a Vandal here. Like, you just spray this like square right here. The guy is dead. Like, why do we have to risk this round so much? This is some, you know, some crazy decision making in this 1v1 clutch. Very, very crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Also, what's important here is like what I need to say when it comes to these first 3 rounds is that 50% of times you make a good play, 50% of times you make a questionable decision. So we need to get you on at least 80% when it comes to the good decision making. Because you play this 1v1 clutch in such a hard way and such an unnecessary way. But okay, W is a W. Now, whenever you push this, whenever you do some kind of an execute or some kind of a strategy, 3 times in a row in ranked solo queue. 4th round is the charm. 4th round is when you should change your pattern a bit. And if you already push the same site 3 rounds in a row, the best idea is simply to do the fake. Especially if you're playing against Yoru. Right now, we can simply fake A. You know, we can tell our Sky. And let's see who we have also. Sky and Yoru. Sky and Yoru. And Jet. Can you fake A? Clove. Give them a smoke onto A tower. Yoru does a teleport for B. And as soon as your teammates make some kind of an aggressive contact here, maybe they kill one enemy or they start moving into the site, you and Clove slowly start taking space onto the B site, destroy the chamber trademark. By that time, your Yoru is probably gonna teleport already, and we have a bomb site for free. I really hope that's a call out right now because I don't know why I don't hear the sound, bro. Did I fuck up something? Like, let me check. Maybe I fucked up something, bro. No, I just there's no sound apparently. He is giving them some call out, and I really hope it's a fake call out. Can I ask what is this economy management? Like, listen, bro. You're 2 ultimate points away from the ultimate. So you're probably gonna get ultimate in the next round and have a weapon for the next round. We just won a round on A site. The next round is always a full buy round. Only the 3rd round is a bonus round. When you win the first 2 in a row. Here, your teammates are forcing. You force with them. So what we should buy right now, Vandal, Light Shield, Trademark, and 1 Headhunter. And that's it. You get 1 kill, or you pick the orb, or you plant the spike. And let's say you die. In this round, maybe. Hopefully not. You're gonna have your ultimate as a main weapon anyways in the next round. Like, why are you crippling your chances of winning this round when you're already gonna have a weapon in the next round? Even if you just die in this round, in the next round we can just pick up the orb in aim in and have the operator as a main weapon. This is some crazy economy management for this skill level, man. This cannot be happening. Oh, and this is a terrible fake. This is not a fake, bro. Like, during the fakes, you really need to tell your teammates exactly what to do. You know, because this is not a fake. Like, this is like nothing, to be honest. The site onto which you're faking, we need to drop one smoke there. Like, we need to have right now, if you're faking B, the smoke should go onto A tower, onto B tower. If you're faking A, we need to have the A tower smoke. Also, your initiator should always be the one faking as well. Because initiators have the most amount of utility to sell the fake. A dog, flashes, knives, molotovs, recon darts, projectiles, like when the enemies see, you know, 2 sky flashes and a dog, 1 Yoru flash and a clone, jet there as well, and a clove smoke for A tower, but these guys are gonna rotate like this. Like right now, I don't know. You know, I just don't think there's gonna be enough to sell the fake, but maybe I'm gonna be wrong. Anyways, like, low Immortal players and Ascendant players are autopiloting a lot, so there is a small chance. Just keep in mind that this is not a good fake whatsoever. Okay. This teleport here is not something like, listen, so you have 2 teleports when you're scaling out onto B set of Abyss. So this teleport right here, you use when your idea is to mainly fight around this enemy smoke right here, and you wanna do this type of pathing into the site. But 90% of times, you wanna go left. You wanna get into this position, fight enemies at the backside, and take the site from left to right. So that we avoid some crossfires and some unwinnable situations. Like during the execute, do this, and let's go. You know? Now we have a teleport to clear all of these angles. Check this position. Yes, you're not gonna have a teleport anyways. You know, even if you had it here. But, you know, the TP allows you to clear the most important area of the map when you're taking the B set of Abyss, which is the left side. Like, this is always your number 1 priority, and this is almost always yours number 2 priority. And that's what I was talking about, like, the fake that we did, I just think it was not enough to actually persuade the enemies to rotate. And also, not to mention, your teammates didn't get a single contact in the aim-in. Like, the only thing your teammates did in aim-in was send a clone, send a flash, and clear aim-in area of the map. What type of fake is that? Okay, you know, we're playing in Immortal 2. This is not a low elo, bro. Like, you know, your teammates can probably understand a bit what you're telling them to do. You know, like, Yoru, Jet, and Sky, send it a bit more towards A. Clove, give them the A tower smoke. Let's fake A and then regroup towards B. Yoru, send a teleport towards B, and that's it. Okay, at least we got 1 kill and then we didn't die. We didn't... we didn't make some deficit here. Okay, one more tip. Listen, when even if you have a teleport, but you're taking the fight together with your teammates, don't teleport away. Dude, this is a good fight. You know, like, you don't want to risk your Sky and Yoru dying while you're teleporting. You know, this is too much of baiting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is a great fight. You know, your sky is below you, you are above the sky, we're peeking this chamber together. In this type of fights, you want to commit a bit more. By the way, I know this last dude, like, I have him on my friend list. He's a good guy. The sky. Sorry, Les, we got debated a bit. You baited a bit too much in this round. You know, a bit too much. Like, you want to take this type of fights in ranked solo queue, and you have to take them. Every fight where you fight together with your teammates, even if you lose that fight, it was a good fight. It's okay. You know, like, but every time when you die alone in a 50-50 fight, there's probably something better that you could have done. Also, please, like, get into this habit of resetting your teleport. You just teleported into B main area of the map. This teleport is useless right now. It's much better if you reset it. We disallow the enemies to destroy the teleport, because if enemies destroy the teleport, you're not gonna have it anymore for the whole round. And, you know, maybe we can improvise with that teleport a bit later. Right now we maybe kill this one enemy on the site, plant the spike here, then when the teleport resets, we can maybe put it here to take some aggressive fight against the enemies that are going through the CT area of the map, or tower. But this teleport is gonna be useless, like, if we wanna fight on the site right now. Okay, we got a bit of a reset because of Yoru's ultimate, and this peak was just absolutely horrendous, bro. Listen. When is the perfect and the best moment of time for you to use the jump swap mechanic to get the information about the enemies? If enemies can play, hold you, or peek you from multiple different off angles, common angles, and vertical and horizontal positions, such as this one. You know, enemies can be here, 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 here. If the sound doesn't matter, you know, like, we're already doing something aggressively and enemies already approximately know that we are there, jump spot the enemies, get the information where you need to pre-fire, dead zone, aim, instead of just swinging these type of angles and praying to God that you're gonna get one kill. Because the most you can get out of this setup is just a one kill, if you just swing out. You know, the only way to fight enemies here is to kill this first guy with a dead zone mechanic, and then we can actually focus on a fight with the enemy jet on the tower. But this swing is like, you know, absolute Sudoku. Also, what you could have done here is like, wait a bit. You know, like, wait 13 seconds for your teleport to reset, and then we can fight with the teleport. Anyways, we have like 59 seconds to plant the spike and kill these enemies. And you have only 45 HP. Slow down a bit. You know, let's see where the Yoru is gonna end up with his ultimate. What is he gonna do? Let's jump spot the enemies a bit, get some information. Anyways, you have a trip for the push through mid. And there was not a single round where the enemies went for some kind of a flank and lurk like this. So we are like 99% confident here that all three enemies are gonna be in this area of the map. Relax. Chill a bit. How are we playing like how are we playing like 2 rounds in a row with a headhunter, bro? And light shield. Yeah, that's just impossible. Like, it's just purely impossible. So listen here. Like, in this round, you have enough money to get a Vandal, heavy shield, and a trademark. You should full buy in this round. Why? You need only one kill, one death, one ultimate orb to get the ultimate. And you're gonna get it no matter what happens in this round. Probably. So, you can full buy, and you still have enough money, an ultimate, and a very good weapon to play in the next round with your team. So in this round, you can be like a juggernaut, like a one-man army that is trying to just have a bit higher chances of winning this eco round, hull by round. Anyways, if you die, your teammates can pick the Vandal from you. Maybe they can get a kill. Maybe the next teammate can get a kill. Maybe the teammate after that can do something with this Vandal. You know, like this weapon actually allows us to have much higher chances of winning this round, because I just don't understand, like, in the next round, you're gonna have like 6,000 credits. And the ultimate as well, probably. Why do we sacrifice these two rounds? The previous one and this one as well. Like in the previous round, if you actually bought a Vandal, you probably would have killed this jet easily. You probably would have killed this chamber easily. You probably would have scaled up into the bomb set with your teammates. And this round would have been a lot easier. To be honest, he did pick a Vandal from the Death Clove, but yeah. And this round here, it's the same story. Same story. Okay, now let's recap a bit. So what should we expect from the enemies in this round? Because you failed the you failed the fake and failed the push onto B site. Once again, just put yourself into the enemy's position. Aha, we just destroyed the enemy's execute on B site. We completely decapitated the enemies. Oh, I know. They're probably gonna try going A again. So in this round, once again, we should expect both Sova, Jet, and Yoru playing on the A site. And in this round as well, doing a 5-man push on B is probably the best idea. Even with this low buy. And also, if your idea was to pick up this orb for the ultimate, get a heavy shield. You know, heavy shield is still far better than a light shield. Like, so I don't know why we are saving the money there. And this is, you know, the problem that we were speaking about in the previous rounds. You tunnel vision way too much on your own callouts and on what you want to do rather than what your teammates are doing. Like, whenever you give some kind of a callout to your teammates or something that you want to do, look at the minimap for 3 seconds. 3 seconds before you make a decision. Check your teammates' locations, check what your teammates are doing, and then decide if you can commit with your plan. Here, for an example, going back mid or B or anywhere else is just stupid. You're the only guy with a really good weapon in this round that can win this round alone. 4 of your teammates are straight up locked in onto the A site. We just go A. TP on top of the pillar right here, and we just go. Like, a long time ago, you should have been in the bomb site, supporting your jet that is moving in, and taking the fights together with her. Maybe holding the drop from the tower as you're doing something like this. So, what you should have done in this round is basically, you know, okay, well, let's pick heavy shield, trademark of 4 headhunters. Trademark there. We clear the aim and area of the map with our teammates. Pick up the orb. Use the ultimate. TP up here. Hey guys, let's go. Actually, hey guys, let's go mid. Or let's go B. Aha, my teammates are not listening to me. No problem. Okay, they want to go in. Let's move in. And let's try to go for some quick scopes as we're taking the space together with the Jet. Jet is doing this. We get up here as we're holding the drop. Jet is taking the fights at the backside. We focus at the backside and we take the fights together with her. We need to take a look into your sensitivity a bit, I'm not gonna lie. It feels that your scope sensitivity is so slow compared to your main sensitivity. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, literally, when you scope in with a operator, it's like my guy is driving a, you know, truck simulator 2026. You need to be more explosive with your flicks and mouse control. You're way too floaty, you know, that's how we can call it. Okay. How important do you think natural playstyle is for selecting agent class? For example, I came from Fortnite and called, so I naturally duelist. Very important, in my opinion. Like, generally speaking, in Valorant, like, you want to become jack of all trades a bit. You know, you wanna be good at every playstyle a bit. You don't need to master every playstyle and every way of playing the game, but just understand everything here and there. And the playstyle that you truly wanna master is the playstyle that just suits you the best. If you have really good timings to take space, to read the enemies, like, sure, you can maybe play a bit more alone, lurk, flank, anchor, you know, probably agents like Chamber would be great for you. If you're really good at high octane moments, where you don't have that much time to think, to make decisions, Jet, Omen, okay, Omen not really the best idea, but Jet, Vele, Yoru, those would be some of the perfect agents that purely, you know, that are high octane agents that strive in chaos. So, yeah, it's important that you play to your strengths. Okay. This round we're going mid. I was talking about this situation at the start of the VOD review. So, whenever your teammates are starting like this, you know, the plan is to take mid or split A, but you have 0 teammates in the B main area of the map. You should always start B main and do this. So you start B main, you slowly clear the B main area of the map like this, put a trademark there, and get up the ropes. And then let's contest the enemies on mid. Reason is very simple, like, as you're taking the mid, you really want to avoid any type of a chance to get backstabbed by this type of a lurk, and this type of a lurk as well through the mid bend. Operator? Okay. I don't know about this op pick. Like, you know, enemies are just not playing that consistently on a defender's side so that we can pull out the operator. Like, usually you want to pull out the op on the attacker's side and bite when you're like 90% certain you can get a kill somewhere. But, considering that we're fighting on mid, sure, we're probably gonna find some opportunities. As this one, for an example. Okay, we just killed who? We killed Clove and Yoru on mid. Very good. Very good. Like, right now, we are like 90% certain that maximum 2 enemies are on A or B. Literally, in this type of a situation, when you get a few picks on mid, or a few picks during the round, reset your team immediately. Right now, you should just tell your teammates, hey guys, Let's regroup towards the jet in A main, and let's do a 4-man execute onto the A site. The more time we spend on mid right now is the more, we're just giving more time to the enemies to think, to make decisions, to flank, lurk, and pick us apart. Just go. Yell at them. Clove come, Yoru come, let's go. Very good, very good, very good, very good reset. Very good play. Very good play. Now we go. Now listen, like, if you have to execute something, and your teammates are moving in, and you're not certain if there is one more enemy, maybe backside tower, or you're not really certain how passively your teammates are gonna play, pick up the Vandal from your dead enemies, from your dead teammates, and just use the Vandal in this round. We can pick up the Operator later, like, when we win this round, and we kill all of the enemies. Anyways, like, usually when you have a high numbers advantage, and when you're playing this type of post plans, like, it's better if you have an automatic weapon, so that you don't have to rely only on one bullet to refrag your teammates or to get the kills. This type of positioning, I don't know, like, I guess it's okay. I guess it's fine, like, everything is just going to boil down on whether or not you hit this shot on A tower, if an enemy is A tower. So these shots, you cannot miss. Because right now, one enemy is behind us, right here, and one enemy is probably either tower or CT. And also, listen, when you're holding these long-range angles, medium-range angles, tight angles with operator, always double zoom. It is just so much easier for you to notice the first enemy pixel and to react. And also, your micro corrections should be a bit stable. Hold it like this. It's gonna be easier for you to hit a shot. Very good, very good. Like, this is the kill that could have decided this whole round. Now, all you have to do is just hold the aim in area of the map, and that's it. I don't think that he realized that that he is the one that destroyed the doors. I don't know why would you be holding that position when we heard the enemy jet, like, in aiming. One minute of prayer. 1 minute of silence starts now. "45 more seconds. 1 more minute. Sorry, this round deserves 1 more minute. This round deserves 1 more minute. Okay. 3 minutes of silence done. Now, so basically, you know, this is why I told you that in these, like, 3v2 clutches, you really don't want to play with the operator. Like, the problem of these one-tap weapons is that you always rely on one shot, one opportunity to seize it all. 25% of luck, 50% of RNG, 25% of replay system rage, and you really don't want to gamble on that shit, you know. And also, I just don't know. You had to be a bit faster with your decision making here. You know, you kill the chamber right now. You know the jet is aiming. Get yourself onto an angle from which you can peek the jet as your teammates are taking a fight. You know? Like, for an example, you kill the chamber, drop down here, and instantly be ready to swing out as soon as the Clove Yoru get in a fight. Another thing I don't understand is, why did you leave your teleport here when you already know that enemy jet is behind you? Like, already here. When this activated, you pick up a teleport. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, you wouldn't have a teleport, apparently. But still, there is a world where maybe you would have had it. Reset that fucking teleport. Now, that's it when it comes to this round. There's nothing better you could have done. Like, in this 1v1, you just need to hit the head, and that's it. Like, good luck against the jet that is dashing in your face with the ultimate and right-clicking you, which is quite impossible. Like, you need to be Aspas. I don't say it's impossible to be Aspas, but, you know, most of the players won't be Aspas. So you cannot rely on this type of bullshit in Valorant. Now, once again, economy management, I just don't understand. If you want to get the op in the next round, it's fine. Regen shield, in my opinion, is absolute retardation of buy. considering that Bandit exists, people like to play Outlaw a lot in high elo lobbies, and just don't do it. Like, it's a, fuck, waste of money. Literally waste of money in the current meta. So, if you already wanted to buy something here, get a heavy shield, get headhunters, and let's try to win this round. But once again, I don't understand why are we saving so much money. Now, let's recap a bit. So, why are we losing all of these rounds? You're losing them because of your 50-50 decision making. Like, and situational awareness primarily. Like, and general awareness as well. You need to be more present in the game, to think a bit more, to organize yourself a bit better compared to what enemies are doing and to what your teammates are doing as well. Like, this is the elo where proper ranked team play is very important. A ranked team play. Not the team play. Team play in Valorant doesn't exist. But ranked team play. Like, your decision making when it comes to taking the fights is also very, very poor, in my opinion. Like, Yoru is not looking at you. You spam 4 headhunters to kill him. You know that Jet is in A main. It takes you so much time to drop down and be ready for a fight in A main. You're taking a fight with your Skye that is fighting for her life, you teleport away. And lose the gap between your teammates. You take the ultimate, your teammates are running you down A, you go back mid. Those micro decisions, you need to pay attention. And we need to fix them. Now, the best way to fix this is how? Through clip reviews, which we're gonna do after this VOD review. Like, every single day you can share with me up to 3 clips for an in-depth review. Spam me more, spam me harder. Let's get better. Let's start thinking. This is not the problem of the agent. Like, literally, this is not the chamber problems that you have. It's more like a fundamentally gameplay problems. The only chamber problem that you have is not resetting your teleport enough, and the trademarks are disgusting. Ooh, hello Yoru. It would be funny if that was the real Yoru. that would be insane. Also, in this round, I don't understand this pathing and positioning. Like, you know that enemy Clove is there. And you have no info if anyone is in the smoke. Why do you angle yourself to be fully exposed from the top mid and the link as well? Is it probably because he heard this Yoru clone? That was the reason. Okay. I can give you a benefit of a doubt there. But then, like, your Yoru is revealing the enemy chamber in the vents, and you don't take this fight in time. And you're not ready for the fight. I mean, you have the full cover from the smoke. What you should be doing right now is, like, staring inside of the wall with a wall hex that your Yoru provided. Yoru gets out of the ult. That's it. By the way, when you're splitting the A site, always put your trademark right here. Fuck it, do the default one. You don't have time to do anything else. And put your teleport for the stairs right here. And that's it. That's the best you can do. We have a TP to take the vents, to maybe get onto tower as well. Like, it's not worth it risking this type of a split without the teleport. Because your highest chance to die during this type of a split is in the mid area of the map. Okay. I don't really understand this teleport without the sound. I don't know what is this. I mean, your teammates are going out. Your teammates are going out. Jets saw the whole heaven. And we instantly TP away. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not really certain about this recon teleport. The sky cabbage hit the chamber. So let me explain what would be the best sequence in this specific situation. So you have a gun, a regen shield, trademark in a teleport. You don't really know where is the enemy chamber here with the operator. Put the teleport here. Put a trademark to the smoke here.
That's a good spot.
Go out. Trademark is gonna tag that chamber, no matter where he is, in this area of the map. Use it as a recon tool. I mean, there should be something that's on autopilot mode for you when you're a chamber main. That when you have a trademark with yourself and you don't really know if enemies are left, right, in front of you, use it as a Sova dart to reveal the enemies and pressure them. But here, you just wasted the teleport for nothing, and you sold your Jet and Sky literally for nothing. Here, we need to play with our Jet and Sky. I mean, if they die, this round is practically over. There's a lot of fights in Valorant that you can avoid. A lot of the fights that you don't need to take. A lot of the times where space doesn't matter. But in a 3v5, when you can already get maybe some solo frags and solo kills with a teleport, you need to fight. Like, you just need to take more space and you need to fight. Once again, you should reset your teleport. Like, I don't know why. Like, what is this teleport on a tower gonna give us? And I'm gonna be completely real with you here. I will not even try winning this round. You should just save. Winning this round 1v4, you need to pull out some crazy shit out of your ass. That sounds very bad, but don't do that in real life. Just save this weapon. Just save it. You can maybe try to get a few frags to damage the enemy economy and try to surprise them maybe through spawn. But in the next round we can drop like 2 weapons for our teammates, maybe also get our ultimate, and we can play another full buy round and have much higher chances of winning in the next round. Winning this round, I don't know, you'll have to pull out some crazy shit out of your ass. Like, the only time I would try to win this round is if enemies deliver 2 free kills somehow. Maybe I get a pick here on Yoru, maybe one more guy, I end up in a 1v2, sure. I'll try to clutch it up. But you're not even gonna get that. Okay. Yeah, one thing that we didn't try in this match is a 5-man push on B. So yeah, good call out. Good call out. Let's try it out. Why not? But the problem with the A executes were also quite easy. Like, we were literally getting a site for free. Just the way that we were scaling out and the way that we were clearing the A main area of the map was just horrendous. And we just lost one unlucky, unlucky 1v3. Whenever you're starting in the B main area of the map, you should always expect the aggressive peak of the enemies in the B main area of the map, especially if you're playing against the chamber and jet. You need to expect this type of scheiße. So, if you're already expecting this, You can maybe tell your Yoru to use an instant flash to push the enemies back, instant sky flash to push the enemies back, or simply hold a tight angle here and try to push the enemies back, crouch down and hold the angle like this, and try to push the enemies back yourself as your sky is getting ready to use a dog. Then put a trademark, put a teleport here, and just let's go for the execution. Okay. Jet get. Ooh, 3 kills. We love those, huh? Now listen, considering that you killed 2 enemies on B right now, personally, and that we revealed 1 enemy
Surprise,
behind us. Personally, I wouldn't expect that there's anyone else on B. You know, this is already a lot of info that probably B set is free. And who should you be playing with right now? You have 2 options. You can either go back and play with the Sky, or you can simply take more space with the Jet and Yoru, and that's it. In this round, it's okay to assume that the site is clear. You should be playing with your Yoru, definitely now. I don't know why you're playing so passively. Play with your most aggressive teammate that has the higher chance of dying. Even if they're doing some kind of a stupid and a bad play. Just make sure that you don't have a chance to die during that stupid aggressive play. Let him play first, let him do whatever strategy he wanna do, and just be ready to refrag him and fight with him. That's it. Yo! Gabel Senpai, thank you for the Prime Gaming sub, man, and thank you for scamming Jeff Bezos, bro. Was Jeff Bezos in Epstein Files as well? I don't know. And as I already mentioned during this, you know, at the start of this VOD review, usually when you play against this team composition, their weakness is the B site. You know, it's really hard defending the B site with this team comp. You're also gonna have the same problem on a defender side. Hello, brother. Hello, sister. Yo, Sir Dice, mostly man. Almost lost my viewing streak because of an exam. How much was it? Okay, this round is over. Oh, you died. I mean, hunting for this kill was a bit pointless, I'm not gonna lie. Like, your economy is shit, enemy's economy is amazing. So, whenever that is the case, just play safe. You know, play with a Jet, Sky, Yoru, and make sure that you save this weapon because our economy is not that great for this finish. Okay. 5-man push B again. We can try it. We can do it. I'm just trying to think. You know, like, when you have op with a chamber on the attacker side, and when you notice that enemies are mainly rotating through mid when they go between A site and B site, it's not a bad idea to maybe catch enemies off guard and get like maybe 1 or 2 kills in mid with this operator. But the problem of this match is also I don't really trust your teammates at all to take the space and take the map control. I don't know, they seem to struggle a lot. They die a lot. And it's good that you're supporting them. It's good that you're playing with them. So far. We'll see in the future rounds. Once again, left teleport is a bit better. Left teleport is especially better when you have the operator and you need to scale out onto B site. Reason number 1, if you take some kind of a fight here, you teleport onto left side so you can immediately take a fight like this. Reason number 2, you wanna scale through the left side with the operator. I mean, so you don't want to take these type of fights with a tour de force. You want to take, you know, here we can clear these angles with a headhunter. Then we have a long-range fights here, long-range fights here, long-range fights here. Much better. What would Horkus do? Horkus would just do this. And just kill 5 enemies. 5 enemies with 1 shot. Or he would play with Immortal 1 player to get rank 1. I'm just joking. Like relax, bro. Like, don't clip it, bro. Like, don't clip. Horkus, I know, like, you make YouTube videos, stuff like that. Like, don't clip it, bro. I'm just chilling. The whole Spanish community right now. Charlatano, madre di puta, puta di madre. Tu madre es tu padre. Okay. Okay. I feel, listen, Kuba, when it comes to aim training and your aim, like, you're definitely lacking a bit of explosiveness and precision as well. Like, we'll see. We'll see. Like, I want to watch the whole VOD review, then we're going to talk about your mechanics. Like, it's weird how you're missing some of these micro corrections that are quite easy. But to be honest, like, yeah, I mean, you didn't start with the aim training that long time ago. We'll see what we're gonna do about that. Horkus method. Horkus is providing coaching. Very nice, very good. Hopefully, it's just the aim coaching. If you use the Horkus setups in ranked solo queue, in Diamond and Platinum, you're not gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, we're faking B and going A. Sure, can work. And right now, this fake is 10 times better. 10 million times better than the one that we did in a 4th round. The only problem is, like, your Clove should still give your teammates at least the smoke for CT right here. I mean, an enemy can still be behind you, in the corner behind you. Clearing angles takes you 0.1 seconds. Spectating your teammates that are dead takes you a few minutes. When you die. So, just clear it, you know. You just don't know if an enemy is behind you or not. Just clear the angles, you know. And all of these angles here, you should have cleared one at a time. Because you have no idea what's happening in this area of the map. Even if you heard, let's say, one footstep. Set of footsteps of one enemy. Maybe one enemy is going to be anchoring this site. I don't know. You know, you don't know as well. And it really, you know, it doesn't cost you that much to just check the angles and clear them a bit properly. Stop and, you know, like, basically, like a normal human being. We need to play with the Clove. Very good. Very good, very nice! Very good, very nice! A bit better fight than before. A bit better fight. Like, this is what, you know, what you should have done in that round with the Sky as well. Just get to this corner, get to this cover, and then jiggle pick the enemies once, and then go for a wider swing from this angle. Now, to be honest, like, you know, in the situation in which you were at this moment of time, it was impossible for you to get more than 1 kill. You know, that 1 kill was your job, and the job of Clove was to get, you know, 1 more and to abuse the surprise mechanic that you created for that Clove. So, you done your part. And this reposition here, not bad. Not bad at all, to be honest. I mean, Yoru is very deep into the enemy's anal cavity. You're still in a numbers disadvantage. So, yeah. Not bad, not bad. Good decision making. Good, good, good. Just, when you have this type of a setup with your teammates, like, let's say your teammate is here or here. Just hug this wall, and then from this wall, you can basically go for a wider swing and surprise the enemies and try to bait for this guy. But the problem is, like, I really don't know how Clove didn't get at least one kill. Yep. Much better fake in this round. Very good timing to start moving in, based on the contact between your and enemy team on B site. Very good. You should have cleared the angles. You know, it's in Valorant. It's always better to be safe rather than sorry. Alive rather than dead. I would only tell my Clove to do at least one smoke on B, so we fully sell the fake. Because anyways, when you're pushing A site, the most important smoke is a smoke on tower. Everything else is like, whatever, we can live without it, probably. A split again, huh? We need to do the TP on the stairs. Especially if you want to scale up, you know, through this area of the map. Do your TP on stairs, like. That's why you have a teleport. When you need to scale out through an overexposed area of the map, like there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 different angles for which enemies can kill you. Do it. Oh, chat, he is at 11, bro. What was the prediction? If he gets one more kill, it's gonna be above 12. Equal or 12. Chat, you have 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. Okay. Well, a bit of an unlucky round, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, our Clove is all of a sudden AFK. And, yeah. To be honest, like, there's not much we could have done here. Now, we need to pick up that spike for our mission. It's totally fine how you're playing here. Not bad. But you should have been ready to take this fight with the Yoru and pull yourself back a bit. Yoru is gonna die, no? Never mind. One enemy city, one tower. Very good timing for a kill. Now you can just reset. Very good reset. The spike is planted in a really bad spot, I'm not gonna lie. We can just spray this down, to be honest, and kill him. Very good. Okay. You got the most out of this round. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Chat, you lost the points. Good luck next time. We gambled on you, like, that you're gonna get 12 or more kills in a half. But now, let's see the predictions for the end of the match, huh? Like, how many kills at the end? In the end, it doesn't even matter. 21 and 20. You have 2 minutes for this one. By the way, chat, I got 3 community violations and strikes on TikTok. If I get banned 2 or 3 more times, my account is deleted. And all 3 times, all 3 bans on the live stream was because I said a word retarded. Nothing else. Like, there's like 3 retarded clips, bro. Brother, I didn't say the N-word. Not yet, at least. Okay, listen. When one of your teammates is AFK, the best idea is probably to just you know, waste some time. Just default. You know, just hold the pushes, hold the executes, see if the enemies are gonna make some kind of a mistake. Maybe we can take the mid control. So what we are doing right now is fine. But what you should have bought in this round is like, beside this operator, you should have also bought the Vandal. Just as a secondary option, you know, if things get heated and if you need to do something aggressive. You know, operator, heavy shield, shorty, 8 headhunters, Vandal, right here. Okay, let's fight on mid and let's see what we can do in this mid area of the map. I love that 3 times in a row you pick these stairs, and 3 times in a row, no, not in a row, but 3 times when you went here, you pick this angle without a gun in your hands. You really want to die from an enemy that is holding this angle that much? Relax a bit. Chilleroni, brotheroni. Right now, you need to help this Jet. Like, Yoru is behind her. They probably know Clove is AFK. I know that Sky is deep fried in the mid area of the map, but if the Jet dies and the Clove dies as well, that's AFK, like, we're probably not gonna have fun. Oh, you actually bought a Vandal. Good job. Good job. Good job, brother. How the hell is the R-Sky this deep, bro? Very good trigger discipline. Oh, Laz. I thought he was gonna knife him, bro. Okay, so we know that there's only Sova on A. Jet and Chamber are probably somewhere around B. And I have no idea where is the Clove. Okay, Yoru is taking space. He destroyed the Chamber's trademark. Okay, good decision making. Good. Nothing. You know, when this happens, you just smile and you're like, nothing. It's okay. Your club was AFK anyways, and winning this round was hard to begin with. Okay, overall on the attacker side, you just have these micro mistakes that... micro decision-making mistakes that cost you the rounds. You know, it's not really even the aim or crosshair placement or mechanical problems. It's just that sometimes, like, you tunnel vision way too much onto misinformation or things that you initially wanted to do, and you don't really pay that much attention on what your teammates are doing at that moment of time, or how to get the most out of your teammates. Also, I think you could have had better expectations of what enemies are going to be doing in this match. You know, this team comp is shit on a defender side of Abyss, and you can easily expect all of the stuff that we were talking about at the start of this VOD review. I'm here with a question. In the last few days, I can't hit enemies at all, even though a week ago my KD was... it's normal. You know? You're always going to be inconsistent a bit. Like, what's very important is that your gameplay is consistent, that you always perform the good plays, that you always improve yourself on a daily basis, and that's it. Like, in 1 week, you cannot become a worse player, you know? You were always the same player. Maybe, you know, the week before that one, you just had easier lobbies, easier enemies, better teammates maybe, you know? And now that you ranked up a bit, Valorant thinks that you're a bit better player that can play in a higher lobbies against harder enemies and with a weaker teammates. Is the nature of matchmaking. 8 win streak. Bro. When Riot Games sees 8 win streak, they're like, wait a minute, bro, like... wait a minute, we got a balance that 50% win rate, you know? Always focus in a long run. Like, you're always gonna have ups and downs. Like, your improvement in Valorant across 1 year should look like this. Like, if it looks like this, you're fine. You know? Like, if it looks like this, you're fine. The worst thing that can happen to you in Valorant is that you're always on the same fucking line, and that you're consistently, like, stuck in one specific rank or elo across 1 year. Now, Abyss Defender side. So, on the Defender side, Abyss is a slow rotation map. That means from the round number 5, you need to be very careful when you should rotate. Basically, you need to base your rotations based on information that you gathered at the start of the round or in the last 4 rounds. The first 4 rounds, you should always play fast. Basically, on the first info that you get about enemies, you should make some kind of a move. Rotation, taking more space, doing something proactively. Now, on the Defender side, B side number 1 priority, A side number 2, mid number 3. Mid-air, in the first round, you always play B. In the second round, if you win the second round, you play mid. If you lose the second round, you gamble on A. And then from the round number 3, you just position based on the patterns, based on enemy's economy, and that's it. Whenever you have no idea what enemies are gonna do, where are they gonna go, and they're playing some kind of an eco halbye round, or they're playing some kind of an eco halbye bonus round, start somewhere on mid. You know, with Chamber, like, what you can do is, like, put this type of a teleport, and even if you gamble on mid, like, you always have this teleport to maybe go for some aggressive play, take more mid space, go behind the enemies, clear the B main, and to just be useful on the map, essentially. Like, you're always gathering some info. Now, in the first round with Chamber, you should always play the infamous shorty strategy on B side. So, you put the teleport up here, you drop a shorty right here, start with a classic pistol. Now, you can combine this shorty with 2 different options. You can get shorty and 5 headhunters. You can get a shorty and a ghost as well. It's really up to you based on how confident you feel in your headhunters. The main kill potential that we are searching for is the following. So, if enemies have a Sova in their team, enemies are probably gonna wait for the Sova to recon this position before they peek out. So you should be playing on this off angle right here, waiting for the Sova drone to be here, then you peek out and try to get 1 kill. Drop down, take a shorty, wait for the enemies to come a bit closer here, bam bam, 1 easy kill. Then with the headhunter and teleport on tower, we can try to get 1 more kill, TP away, and this strategy will guarantee you at least 1 kill. Like, there's fucking no way, especially in high-low lobbies, that enemies are gonna expect you're playing a shorty in the first round in this corner. And there's always gonna be someone dropping from here down or doing this type of a pathing. Easiest kill of your life. If enemies are going B, just instantly teleport, keep the classic or ghost, whatever, take the TP and rotate on A as soon as possible. Trademark in the first round is just useless. I will not buy it. Because you are defending B set anyways. And in ranked solo queue, in the first round, 90% of times, enemies are just gonna do a farm and push somewhere. Like, this trademark is literally just useless on Abyss if you're already starting on B. I don't know why do you rotate with your feet if there's already a teleport? Just TP away. Avoid these fights completely and you save like 2 seconds of your life. In this round, you should have also resetted your trademark as well. Why? Enemies are gonna go a 1,000,000%. We can use that trademark to pressure the enemies, engage them, fight them, isolate them. Like, trademark is such a useful tool for clutches as well. And maybe you end up in some, I don't know, 1v1, 1v2. Like, you can use your trademark to always understand where the enemies cannot be at that moment of time. Like, you're going here alone. We can use our trademark there, so the enemies cannot peek us from that position, and they cannot play on the bridge. For an example of, I don't know in what type of scenario you're gonna end up. Oh, we're gonna end up in a scenario where our teammates decapitate 5 enemies. This is the best scenario. If every round was like this, I would be happy. Okay, just a moment. I'm getting old and I need to piss more. Oof. I swear to God, like I drink 1 glass of water. I'm already a fountain, bro. How many times a day do you recommend doing the OFA training? Once per day. You don't need to do it more than 1 time. It's fine. Now, as already mentioned, when you win the first round, in the second round, you should just play mid. And in a second round of Abyss, like, what you can get with the chamber is just get the Outlaw with the best possible shield, trademark, and a few headhunters. So here, like, what we should buy, we have how many credits? 3,000. Outlaw, light shield, trademark, and headhunters, and that's it, to be honest. So in this round, we drop a trademark for the B, because we're not going to be defending B site. Like, the trademark should go right here in the middle of this line. Then we drop a teleport right here or here, depending if you want to play more aggressively. Anyways, trademark is going to give you the info if enemies are pushing the B site. And now we can just lock in the mid area of the map and try to get a few picks and play fast rotations. Okay, trademark is good. Teleport is good. Listen. Actually, this TP is bad. Like, so put the teleport like this, in this position, right here, so that you have more room to play around the teleport here. You know? You can actually take this fight with a TP. You don't need to get out of this spot. And also, when you're scaling out mid, you see, I have a TP, 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 I have a TP. Yours is way too much. Like, you don't have any teleports when you're doing this type of pathing. Domain expansion, bro. Now, one problem of this angle is if your teammates don't have the vision, or you don't have any teammates watching the bottom right side, your main job is holding the push from the right. So basically, when you're playing here, you want to hold this, and occasionally check the top. Hold this, occasionally check the top.
They are so dead.
This was a horrible positioning, man. Like, literally horrible. Also, when the enemy Clove gave you this smoke, just go back. You know, just go back. Anyways, it's an anti-eco round. We have the advantage in terms of money, in terms of weapons. Like, we just need to go for some body shots. Okay, let's not risk dying based on timing. And anyways, like, in this second round, like, you should always play some super passive setup. Like, in a second round, anti-eco round, it's stupid going there. You know? And showcasing to enemies that we love to play there and use this type of... Just play here. You know, check this angle, this angle. This angle, this angle. Madre mia, do we lose this round? Oh my god. This is the end of the match. Basically, in Immortal, you lose this type of round. Immortal and Ascendant. It's GG. Like, there's no coming back after this one. Like, when you win the first round, you need to have like a 100% win rate in the second anti-eco rounds in Immortal and Ascendant. Otherwise, your teammates just go full-on mental disability mode. Okay, so enemies went A, then B. Now in this third round, like, we really don't know where the enemies are gonna go. You need to start on mid again and just play fast rotations. Okay, so they go A again. Never mind. If our teammate is Laz, that can hit 2 headshots with Sheriff, maybe it's winnable. If our friend right now drops down on the Clove with a short T, this is a W. Fuck, bro. Now, listen. In these eco rounds, especially if you have shotguns, full-on Sudoku mode. Your enemy Clove was literally here. Time to fly. That kill can save your sky, potentially give you a huge numbers advantage, and even if you die, like 1v1 is still better than 1v2 in an eco round. How do we play so many eco rounds, bro? Like, you're losing 6-9. 6-9, brother, like, we need to win this round. Why are you sacrificing your winning this round for a chance to get Operator? And in this round, playing Ace is actually a bad idea. Like, in the first round, enemies went A. Second round, mid and B. Third round, A. They're following the AB pattern. The fourth round right now, we should prepare some kind of a setup either in mid or B. So what's really good idea here, you know, when we think that enemies are gonna go B or mid, is put a teleport here, put a trademark there, and right now let's play hyper aggressively. Let's take the full mid control. You know, we can tell our controller to give us a smoke here. Take the full mid, and we can try to wrap the enemies all the way like this, and try to get a pick. After a pick, we can just reset and play with our teammates on the B side. Also, in this round, it's not a bad idea to maybe try a bit more aggressive approach in B as well, like doing a teleport here, telling one of our teammates to hold the window for us while you're doing this type of a play. You pick the enemies from the bench, try to get a kill, and reset. Morphine, we'll see, man. Can we see a Horcus VOD? Horcus is gonna be the next one we're gonna do for Radiant VOD reviews. I'll do a Horcus VOD review in around 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna do the Horcus VOD review, Breeze playbook for Jet and Omen, and the general map guide. I'm gonna do like 5 more VOD reviews. 5 or 6. And we're probably gonna get Radiant. So that's the plan for the next 2 weeks. When it comes to streaming. When it comes to YouTube, like the first episode of A to Z is coming tomorrow, I think. Okay, this setup that you're using here is fine, you know. I really have nothing against it. It can work. It can work. It can definitely work. Fudge, bro. You know, when we're playing this type of strategies, like, you really need to listen to the footsteps, listen to the sound, and pick a really good timing to strike. I mean, the best timing to strike from this position is once the enemy jet dashes in, and once the enemies use at least one flash ability. Or when you hear the Sova droning, you need to start moving into the smoke. So you need to make a move based on some utility or enemy aggression. Enemy jet dashes in, okay, time to play more aggressively. Enemy Sova starts using a drone. You want to wait until the moment of time when the drone is somewhere here and start moving aggressively and trying to get a kill with the teleport. Yoru, you know, jet dashes in, Yoru uses a flash, time to move. And here, you know, you never want to focus on the enemy's dive agent when you're playing this type of shotgun strategies. You want to focus on fucking up the rest of the enemy team. The static agents that need to move through this smoke. As soon as you saw the jet dashing in, you should have just tried killing 1 or 2 enemies that are in the smoke. This was good. This was also good. You know? Very, very good. Very good play. Like, your jet killed the enemy jet. Enemies are moving out. You're probably hearing the enemy's footsteps. Yeah, go for this type of plays. You need to play more as a kamikaze in these eco and halberd rounds. That's your main kill potential. And win potential. It's okay. Now we have the rule of 3 executes. I don't really know if... I don't know. You know, what you're doing in this round is a very huge gamble. I'm not gonna lie. Like, chances are around 70%, 80% that enemies are gonna go B. If you really feel that enemies are gonna go A again, okay. Okay. You know, sometimes in a game, you just feel what enemies are gonna do, so you're already Immortal 2, you can play based on your feelings. This setup here was not bad, just I don't understand your crosshair placement here whatsoever. I mean, why are you aiming so wide? You're not that bad. You're not bad at all. Like, you can probably catch the enemy's movement already here when they're swinging. This is the perk of playing chamber in high-elo lobbies. Sometimes teleport just doesn't exist. Aha, so enemies did a fake. They faked A and go B, right? Okay. Okay. Once again, my friend, like, you're risking your rounds way too much for economy, bro. Way too much to get this fucking operator. Here your teammates are forcing full buying, like... Get something, bro. Get 8 headhunters and a light shield. And a shorty, I don't know, like... Something that's gonna give you higher chances of winning this type of a round. Fuck the Bucky. I mean, like, a much better idea here was to play with the Light Shield, Shorty, and a few Headhunters. Here, like, you should have... You should have taken this fight with the enemy jet. Like, this smoke only lasts for, like, a few, you know, 3.5 seconds. Enemies got tagged by your trademark as well. So, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't... You know, you only have a Bucky. Anyways. Like, you need to get, like, 1 or 2 kills here. Otherwise, I have no idea if you will get any other chance to fight the enemies right now. Also, like, you know, this setup with the shotguns that you're using on A site it's not bad. You know, it's a pretty default setup. But it's totally fine to also put the teleport here. Because this is also a really good range where you can just decapitate the enemies as they're pushing you onto the A site. Especially if your teammates are a bit more committed to defending A site. Putting a teleport onto the tower is just a bit of a waste. You're gonna get smoked off, then you don't know if you're gonna have a timing to drop down and fight the enemies. Like, fuck it, you know, you have a Bucky, put a TP here. Now we can play a bit closer. Pick a timing to scale out. You reset. If one enemy pushes you here, this is a decent distance to get one more kill. Or to simply fight with the teammates at the backside with the Ed Enter. Yo, Gulliver! We'll see, man. Thank you for the Prime Game sub, bro. Now listen, if you cannot stop the enemy's executes, there are 3 things that you can do. Number 1, you can simply play a bit more passively, abuse some safe angles, safe fights, and just try to play the retakes. See how good are the enemies during the post plants. Number 2 thing that you can do is try to flank, try to lurk. You can start mid, try to go behind the enemies, apply some pressure like that. Number 3, we need to start fighting for the A main area of the map. And trying to play more aggressively. Yoru, let's flash the... You know, like, basically you can just tell your Yoru, Sky, can you come with us? Sky can use an instant flash. Yoru can flash from the wall. We can peek together with our Yoru and try to take some kills in some fights. If we play this round passively as well, we're probably not gonna have any fun time. Why are you playing Judge in this round? It's the last round of the game. You know? In this round, you should get the Operator. Glass Cannon Op. Why not? Or Vandal Heavy Shield if you want to play more aggressively. I don't know, you know. You can have a fetish towards shotguns like on 80% of maps in Valorant. Like, on 80% of maps of Valorant, like, you can literally win the matches with shotguns, headhunters, and that's it. But Abyss, Breeze, Icebox, like, you know? Not really the best idea to play this many Judges, Buckies, and Shorties. Okay. That was a pretty good setup with a Clove. I like it. Good TP away as well. No reason to risk it anymore. Once again, you know, we need to We need to be ready to fight with our teammates. I know that you have a 4v3 numbers advantage. I know that you don't want to fight anymore. But if your Clove wants to fight, you want to fight as well. And that's it. So basically, okay, good kills, very nice. Very good, very nice, you know? But now, you need to drop down, get on this position, and just be ready to swing out as soon as Clove takes a fight. If Clove dies, these 2 kills that we got don't matter at all. Our solo impact was 0. This is also very poor positioning based on your team's positioning. Like, Chamber is in aim-in. Why are you aiming towards your Yoru? Like, this is how you should position right now. And be ready to instantly swing out as soon as Yoru takes a fight. Headhunter is a weapon, you know? Headhunter is indeed a weapon. Okay. 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 Kuba, listen. Okay, listen. That will be it when it comes to the VOD review for you YouTube guys and for live stream. You know, I'm not gonna add anything else. Like, I need to continue with some private talks with Kuba and tell him what to focus on next. The only thing I would say is that I think Kuba, it's time for you to switch onto some new agents. You know, Raze is obviously not working. Astra is obviously not working. I would really like to see how would you find yourself on a bit more aggressive agents that can control the outcome of rounds a bit easier in a bit more consistent way rather than Raze. So we'll just continue the talks through the private messages anyways. Like, this was a free VOD review. You know, this is not a regular tier 3 sub VOD review where I take the notes and talk about the solutions on stream. But soon we're gonna start with the tier 3 sub VOD reviews. Like, we only have like one more free VOD review before we start with the actual ones. Other than that, that will be it when it comes to this Abyss Chamber VOD review. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, you know, do all of that stuff. And I'll see you in the next episode of Coaching. Join Discord server. There is a giveaway for Coaching and Valorant points that ends on Wednesday. That's it. Goodbye, roll the closer.